Picture this. You're standing at the edge of an emotional black hole. Your relationship, once a blazing star in your personal universe, has collapsed into something that warps space and time around you. But what if I told you that ancient Roman emperors and modern quantum physicists share the same secret for navigating this cosmic catastrophe? Welcome to the intersection of Stoic philosophy and quantum mechanics, where breaking up isn't just an emotional process. It's a fundamental transformation of reality itself. Chapter 2: The Physics of Emotional Attachment. In quantum mechanics, particles become entangled, their fates intertwined across vast distances. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Relationships work similarly. Two people become emotionally entangled, sharing thoughts, dreams, and even biological rhythms. Your heart rates synchronize. Your stress hormones mirror each other. But here's where the ancient Stoics were quantum physicists before quantum physics existed. Marcus Aurelius understood that attachment creates what we now call quantum tunneling, where emotions can instantaneously affect us regardless of physical distance. The Stoic solution? Controlled decoherence. Just like quantum particles, we must deliberately break the entanglement to return to our natural state. Chapter 3: The Multiverse Theory of Breakups. Imagine infinite parallel universes. In one, you stay together forever. In another, you never met. In yet another, you're both sentient dolphins discussing philosophy underwater. This isn't science fiction, it's many worlds theory, and it's the ultimate Stoic mindset hack. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events themselves, but from our judgments about them. Quantum mechanics agrees. The act of observation literally changes reality. When you observe your breakup as a catastrophe, you collapse the probability wave into suffering. But observe it as a natural transition between quantum states, and suddenly you're not a victim. You're a scientist studying the fascinating phenomenon of relationship phase transitions. The universe doesn't mourn when a star goes supernova. It celebrates the birth of new elements. In quantum field theory, even empty space buzzes with zero-point energy, the lowest possible energy state of a system. Your goal isn't to eliminate all emotions during a breakup. That's impossible, like reaching absolute zero temperature. Instead, aim for emotional zero-point energy, a stable baseline where fluctuations exist but don't destabilize the system. Marcus Aurelius called this ataraxia, tranquility. Modern neuroscience calls it emotional regulation. Practice this visualization. Imagine your emotions as subatomic particles in a quantum field. Anger, sadness, and relief aren't permanent features. They're temporary excitations in the field. When you feel overwhelmed, remember you're simply experiencing a high-energy state. Like radioactive decay, it will naturally return to equilibrium. The half-life of intense emotional pain? Neuroscientists measure it in hours, not years. Heisenberg proved you cannot simultaneously know both the position and momentum of a particle with perfect accuracy. Similarly, you cannot have both complete understanding of why your relationship ended and perfect emotional peace about it at the same time. This is the uncertainty principle of closure, and fighting it is like arguing with the speed of light. Seneca understood this paradox 2 millennia ago. He wrote that wisdom comes from accepting what we cannot know, not from demanding explanations for everything. Stop trying to measure the exact why and what if. The more precisely you try to pin down reasons, the more your emotional momentum becomes chaotic. Instead, choose one or the other. Focus on understanding or focus on moving forward. Like quantum mechanics, attempting both simultaneously creates fundamental uncertainty. Einstein showed that time isn't constant. It bends, stretches, and compresses based on gravity and velocity. Emotional gravity works the same way. Sadness creates a temporal distortion field where minutes feel like hours, and healing seems to move at the speed of geological time. But here's the Stoic hack. You can manipulate your personal space-time. Marcus Aurelius practiced view from above, imagining himself from cosmic perspective. This isn't just philosophy, it's literal relativity theory applied to consciousness. When you zoom out to see your life from the perspective of the universe, 13.8 billion years old, 93 billion light years across, your 3-year relationship becomes a brief quantum fluctuation in an infinite field of possibility. Time dilation reverses. Healing accelerates. What felt like a life sentence becomes a fascinating chapter in your cosmic biography. Chapter 4: The Conservation of Emotional Energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. This isn't just physics, it's the ultimate breakup survival guide. Every joule of emotional energy you invested in your relationship still exists. It hasn't vanished into a black hole. It's simply waiting to be converted into something else. The Stoics called this transformation of passion into virtue. Modern psychology calls it post-traumatic growth. That love you feel? It can be converted into self-compassion. That anger? Transformed into motivation for self-improvement. That sense of loss? Converted into appreciation for what remains. Think of yourself as an emotional alchemist, not a victim of circumstance. You're not losing energy, you're redirecting it into higher-order configurations. Seneca would be proud. He believed that adversity reveals our true potential, like pressure creating diamonds from carbon. Chapter 5: The Practical Quantum Breakup Protocol. Ready for the practical application? Here's your step-by-step quantum breakup protocol, tested by emperors and endorsed by physics. Step 1: Quantum observation. Acknowledge the relationship's new state without judgment. You're not failing, you're observing a natural phase transition from coupled to individual systems. Step 2: Decoherence ritual. Physically separate shared quantum states. Return belongings, change shared passwords, unlink streaming accounts. You're literally breaking quantum entanglement. Step 3: Superposition acceptance. For a while, you'll exist in multiple emotional states simultaneously. Sad, relieved, angry, grateful. This isn't confusion, it's quantum superposition. Don't collapse the wave function prematurely by forcing a single emotion. Step 4: Probability field navigation. Focus on increasing the probability of positive outcomes rather than eliminating negative possibilities. Energy follows attention. Step 5: Temporal recalibration. Adjust your time horizon. Acute pain operates on a quantum timescale, nanoseconds to hours. True healing operates on biological time, weeks to months. Don't mix up the time signatures. So here we are, at the edge of your personal event horizon. Behind you lies a collapsed relationship, a gravitational anomaly that bent your reality for a while. But now you understand the deeper physics. You're not broken. You're experiencing a natural return to quantum independence. You're not alone. You're part of an infinite field of interconnected consciousness. The Stoic emperors and quantum physicists were right. Reality is far stranger and more wonderful than it appears. Relationships are temporary configurations in an eternal dance of energy and information. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to surf the probability waves of an uncertain universe with the dignity of Marcus Aurelius and the curiosity of a quantum physicist. Remember, in the grand cosmic story, you're not just a character experiencing a plot twist. You're the author, the reader, and the universe itself, becoming conscious of its own infinite potential. The next chapter begins now,